Hi, this is Jessica with Dining Traveler, and welcome to the Dining Traveler cooking series where we try dishes from our favorite destinations. I'm back at my beloved Puerto Rico, and I'm at Starbene Caffè with the executive chef, Xiomara Bermudez, who's going to teach me how to make one of my favorites.
Quesitos. We're going to teach her how to make happiness. When I mean happiness, it's quesitos.
And quesitos, tell us a little bit more what they are.
Quesitos is a very popular pastry here in Puerto Rico. So we make it out of pastry puff, cheese, and sugar.
So let's get started.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Xiomara, what is the first step?
The first step, you have your pastry dough. We're going to stretch the dough. Here we have a big machine where we do our dough, but if you're at home, you could use a rolling pin and stretch your dough into it's about this thick, maybe half an inch, and cut them in squares all the same size that we have here, the process already made. These are big quesitos, so they're 4x4. You can find in the supermarket or pastry shop smaller amounts of pastry dough, so you could do at home. It's a little bit easier. Pastry puff takes a little bit of time. Laminating, it needs to be made the day before, then you laminate 3 times, so the process is a little bit long.
And there's nothing wrong with doing a little shortcuts, right, Chef?
No, it's not.
Especially when you want that little taste at home and
Yes.
you can come to Puerto Rico. So now we're gonna prep the cheese. Cheese, quesito, means baby cheese
Yes.
in Spanish.
Yes.
So how do we prep the cheese?
Okay, the cheese, we have cream cheese. We have a good quality cream cheese. And we mix with milk. We have a little bit of milk and sugar. We leave the cheese a little bit thick. We like our cheese thick. And then we put the cheese on our pastry dough.
With the cheese and the sugar, what are the quantities that you want to use?
Quesitos, we like them very filled. So maybe here we have like 3 ounces of cheese for each with a 4x4 inches pastry puff cut. We take our cheese that are already prepped. We're gonna put right in the middle, and then we're gonna put a little bit more sugar.
Okay.
Right on top of the cheese, and then you're gonna stretch a little, and then you're gonna fold both.
Okay.
Then you're gonna press down, and then you're gonna put the cheese and the dough together.
Okay.
And roll them like this. Stretch a little bit more, and then you're gonna roll. We make them quesitos this way.
Okay.
Some people make them in a different shape, open, but this is how we do them. And I stretch them a little in the middle. So we have our 4 ends. We put the cheese in the middle, some sugar. You can put a little bit of guava on top of it, guayaba. We like guayaba. And make a guayaba quesito. And roll it. Okay, stop. Yes. And then you press it down. Stretch a little. And then you're gonna grab your quesito in the middle and just stretch it. When you bake them, you gotta bake them with this side down.
So the flap down.
And they won't open.
Okay.
In the oven.
And I assume that also the sugar caramelizes as it's baking.
Exactly.
So happiness.
It's happiness.
Okay. So now we're gonna get ready to bake them.
Yes.
And
I put a little bit of butter or pan spray on the bottom.
okay.
This is a tip. They won't stick to your paper, so always do that. And then you leave a little bit of space between them. Always remember this side down.
Okay. Because if not,
they will open up.
Okay.
Second. And leave maybe 2 fingers between each.
okay.
And they're ready to bake. We put them, I put a little bit more butter on top just for the color.
Okay.
And we bake them at 350 for 45 minutes.
Okay. And that gives it that nice golden color. So now they're baked.
They're ready.
And then there's one last step.
Yeah, the last step we put a little bit of honey on top right after they come out the oven. When it's hot, it's gonna make it crunchier, more flavorful.
Okay.
So this is our last step to happiness. So this is our quesitos made here at Starbene Caffè.
What do you recommend for people that are making them at home? Do you want to make them maybe the day before, or do you want to make them fresh off the oven, or how can you simplify the? I mean, this is pretty simple because the pastry is already made.
Yes.
But what are any tips to simplify the process for folks?
Okay, you can make them ahead of time and put them in the freezer. You can do all the process of doing the
Assembling
quesito,
them.
assembling, yeah, exactly. And then put them in the freezer, and then you take them out the day you're gonna bake them, and that's about it.
Okay, now to the fun part, to taste some quesitos.
This is the best part.
Yes. I'm so excited because I'm moving to Europe and I'm not going to be able to come to Puerto Rico as often as sometimes I come 3-4 times a year.
So if you come to Puerto Rico, you need to have a quesito.
Yes. It is. I actually have it on my agenda to people. I'm like, eat a quesito.
Eat a quesito.
Qué rico.
If you come to the island, you need to have a quesito. It's very popular here.
And I love the detail with the honey on top. It's so delicious. Thank you so much, Xiomara, and your team at Starbene Caffè for having me. Muchas gracias. El quesito está delicioso. It is delicious. And it is easy to make. Obviously, it's not going to be as good as the Pro, but for people like me that are now moving super, super far away from Puerto Rico, I can have a little taste of the island at home.
Yes.
And my daughter loves them too, so these will get destroyed at the house. Again, thank you so much. Make sure you check out Starbene Caffè at Mall of San Juan, and I'll see you guys later. Adios.
Bye.